Hey friends, welcome to today's video. Today is going to be the greatest day of your life. You know, over the past 300 videos, quite a few times you've heard me mention self-care and how important it is to you, your success, and building a quality life. So the question I want you to ask yourself today is, if you aren't already, why aren't you doing it? You know, I know you have a million things to do and you aren't sure if you'll ever get any of them all done, but you are sure going to try. And you know what? This could come with a cost, and that cost is you. So why don't you take care of yourself? You know, nobody can do it all, but you are led to believe that you can because you're motivated, right? And too often you worry about others and try to take care of them, but why don't you worry about yourself? It's okay to say yes to you. You know, it's perfectly all right to chip away at your to-do list. You do a little today, you do a little tomorrow, and so on. We categorize things with the tools and tips that I've recommended. And the good news is you can learn how to take care of yourself, and the self-care ideas are ready and available to you right now. I want to go through some things with you. Let's find out how well you're actually taking care of yourself right now. Now, I'm not trying to be negative. I'm trying to get you thinking, because I want you to be the best you that you can be. And if you are engaging in self-care now and you're taking good care of yourself, that's awesome. Let's go through this and let's see where you're at right now, okay? Do you get sick a lot? You know, when was the last time you went to the doctor? Do you need to go to the doctor quite often? And I'm not talking about some sort of a recurring issue, and that's unfortunate. And if you have to go to the doctor for that, my positive thoughts are with you, and I hope you get better. But are you just needing to go to the doctor all the time because you have a flu or you have a cold or headaches or, you know, things that are annoying that are constantly coming up from a health standpoint? Do you find yourself snapping for no reason and are frustrated in your current relationship? You know, do you take your anger out on people who don't deserve it? Ask yourself that question. You know, are you surprised at how easily frustrated you get? You know, you're worried the wrong people are taking the hit, right? Are you lashing out at people who support you and love you? You know, and we don't want to do that, right? Your friends and your loved ones are pulling away from you. You know, you're slowly losing your support system because you can't control your emotions. And emotional control can come from self-care. You know, we're doing mindful walking maybe, or taking in some other activities, getting outdoor, having some fresh air. But do you find yourself losing your current support system? Are people currently pulling away from you? Do you rely on caffeine, painkillers, wine, or some other substance to get you through the day? I'm going to tell you right now, if you do, you're going to end up crashing and burning. Long term, that is not a solution you want to engage in, okay? Do you dread going to work? You know, are you starting to abandon projects or give your work that you're being paid to accomplish little attention? That could be a sign that you're not engaging in self-care. You know, are you fatigued and can't seem to snap out of it? I'm going to tell you right now, feeling tired throughout the day is not the norm. You may hear that on TV or in the news, but that's a bunch of crap. Feeling run down and beat up every day is not normal, all right? You know, are you on the edge and worrying all the time? I mean, do you feel squeezed from all angles? Ask yourself that question. Or can you remember the last time you treated yourself to anything? Are you just doing work, coming home, and then repeating? I got to tell you right now, there's more to life than just sleeping, waking up, going to work, entertainment, back to sleep, rinse and repeat. There's more to you than that. There's beautiful gifts within you that you can't share in a cycle like that. Do you have the ability to step out of that cycle and share your gifts with others? It's a question you should ask yourself. Or you don't feel creative and are no longer trying new things. Are you just bored about everything and you can't seem to find joy in everyday life? These are questions all that you should have asked yourself while I was talking. Now, if you didn't say yes to any of these things, then good for you. You have mastered the art of self-care. You know, it's not an easy thing to do. But if you said yes to any of these things, then you aren't worried about yourself enough, or you aren't taking very good care of yourself. And I think way too many people say yes to that list. You know, we live in a fast-paced society, and we're told to do more. Always do more. You know, and that's the thing that you need to do to get ahead. That's what they tell you. But I'm telling you right now, that's going to leave you feeling empty, and it's going to make you feel like it's never enough, and it's not the way you get to your goals. It's not the way you build a beautiful life that you deserve to have. Let's talk about, well, Doug, you say, hey, you've mentioned all this. How do I take care of myself? Well, let's go through a few things that you can take action on now that will help you to build a better self-care regimen, okay? Because I care about you, and I worry about you. You know, I want to make sure you're taking care of yourself. I want you to move forward in a positive way, in a good direction that's going to build the quality life that you deserve. Let's jump in. Think about starting your day with mindfulness. You know, I start every day with 10 to 15 minutes of mindfulness, and this helps me clear my mind and get ready for the day. Before I started this, I always woke up worrying about what I had to do that day, or if I would have enough time to get it all done. But now I know it's all right if I don't get everything done. You know, there's always tomorrow, and the next day, for that matter. And as long as I'm scheduling things in an appropriate fashion that allows me to manipulate my schedule, so I put my goals in my list at the top, I'm doing the right things. And that, you know, schedule time slots when you don't work, you know. You don't have to fill every single time slot on your calendar with work. You know, this may make you feel productive, but you aren't giving yourself a break. And this will lead to burning out in the long run. You know, you can set one up in the morning, in the middle of the day, and in the evening. And you can start small if you like, you know, with 5 to 10 minutes. I mean, when you take this time, you can't work or even think about work, okay? You need to go for a walk or just sit and relax. You know, when I started this a while ago, and it's changed my life, I no longer feel fatigued in the middle of the day, and I'm much more productive by scheduling me time. It's true. You know, get enough sleep. Research has found that the more sleep you get, the happier you are. And when you don't get enough sleep, you are more forgetful and irritable. You know, this also affects your work and your home life. So set up a sleep schedule. Try to go to bed at a regular time and then get up at a regular time. But try not to stress over the schedule, because that's just going to cause you problems, right? There will be times that it doesn't work out for you to go to bed at 6 o'clock every night. And there will be times when it's a Saturday or a Sunday and you just feel like sleeping in a little bit. Don't be tough on yourself. Be good to yourself. You know, spend time with your friends and family. These are the people that support you the most. The next time you're feeling stressed out, give a family member a call. And instead of talking about what is stressing you out, talk about anything else that you like. Talk about the weather. Ask them how they're doing. You know, talk about your puppy. Talk about your family. But don't talk about what is stressing you out. And let them know about the latest, you know, TV show you just watched, or about a friendly guy you were talking to in the grocery store line. Keep it general and random. And if you can't think of anything, then invite them out on a fun adventure, like going on a hike or watching a funny movie. Invite them over to the house, and maybe you guys can make something together, a cake or some bread or anything. Do something random that's not in your normal realm of things that you do. Be a little outside of the box. Be fair with yourself, though, and take it easy while you're engaging in these activities or phone conversations with family. But whenever you involve your family, you know what? They love you. They care about you. They depend on you, and you depend on them. Care for them. Even if you just call them up and say, hey, I just wanted to let you know I was thinking about you and I love you. That's a great call. And that sometimes that's all you need to say. It makes you feel better. It makes them feel better. What a great thing to do for self-care for yourself. Finally, I want to mention I do live in Colorado. So obviously, one of the things that we do here in Colorado for great self-care is to get outside. Take in the fresh air and sunshine and get out into nature. The outdoors is great for your mental health. Notice the environment you're in, and if you see a pretty flower, stop and look at it. Take a picture if you'd like. Post it on Facebook. Notice the detail in the barks of the trees and how the squirrels are running up and down them. If there's water around, stop and look at how the sun glistens on the water. You could also ride your bike if you'd like. Just get outside and stop thinking about work and family. This is a great time to embrace the present. And now that I've given you some ideas related to self-care, it's time to start making self-care a priority, okay? And don't feel guilty about putting yourself first. Schedule some time later today, 5 or 10 minutes. It doesn't have to be a lot of time, but label the meeting me time. And then you know what? During that 5 or 10 minutes, do something specifically for you. If you need a nap, take a nap. If you need a snack, have a snack. Maybe you're just going to sit outside and drink a glass of water and do something good for yourself. But take a look at the big picture. Eventually, you will get the things you want in your life, but you need to give it some time. And what's important is that you're having fun along the way and you're taking care of yourself along the way. What's the use of having $1 billion in the bank, a big mansion, a fancy car, 43 businesses that employ 1,000 people? You're taking care of everybody else, but you can't enjoy any of it because you're not around anymore because you didn't take care of yourself. When you're your best you, everything you've brought into your life is going to require your care. You're going to do a much better job of managing all the new responsibility and all the great things that have come into your life when you feel good. And remember, as my friend Deion Sanders always says, when you feel good, you play good. And when you play good, they pay good. Absolutely. You want to bring dreams and desires into your life? Take care of yourself. You're going to feel good. It's going to make your life more worthwhile. You're going to be able to take greater action more efficiently and be a better you. And you know what? I care about you. I just want you to be the best you that you can be. So if you do me a favor today, because I'm a little worried, if you just take good care of yourself, take a few minutes, schedule 5 or 10 minutes today for you, and sit down and just kind of think of some things that you can do to take better care of yourself. It's a short life. It's quality over quantity, and you want to make sure that you do the best you can to care for you. I'll be back tomorrow with some new stuff for us to think about, some new conversational topics. It's going to be great, and I'm looking forward to it. But until then, make sure you take some time for you. Okay? Talk to you tomorrow.